I tossed a baseball down a storm drain, and it ended up hitting a tiny underground kingdom. The water system that the little inhabitants had built with so much care was completely destroyed in an instant. And that wasn't all, the ball blocked the drain, causing the water to overflow and completely flood all the residents. I was standing up there laughing my head off. But that very night, a giant came looking for me. I was dragged outside, where they rolled out a massive carpet and turned on a strange device. Under their threats, I was forced to press a button on the machine. All of a sudden, a blinding beam of light shot straight down from the moon right onto me, and my body started shrinking rapidly. I held on for dear life to the device, but it suddenly flew open, and I went sliding down a long track. At the end of the line, I saw the prince of the tiny kingdom. The prince motioned for me to use a key to open a large door, but the second I turned the key, a metal plate came flying right at my face. I let out a terrified scream. By the time I woke up and regained consciousness, I had officially become a tiny person.
Welcome to the land of the Minimoy!
The prince brought me before the leader of the kingdom, who was in the middle of hosting a warrior coronation ceremony. Whoever managed to pull the sword out of the stone would become a true warrior. The princess tried with all her might, but the sword didn't budge a single inch. I stepped out from the crowd and asked the leader for a way to turn back into a human. The leader told me that the only way to get back to my normal size was to rescue my grandfather, who was being held prisoner by the Demon King. Suddenly, cries for help echoed from the entrance. It was a refugee. Something felt super sketchy to me.
Stop!
But the princess didn't think twice about it. Just as she was about to bring the refugee inside the camp, the Demon King's henchmen ambushed us. Riding on top of giant mosquitoes, they stormed right into the camp. The tiny inhabitants fought back immediately, pelting the enemies with tomatoes. In the chaos, I accidentally tripped over one of them and got launched right onto the back of one of the mosquitoes. I gripped the reins with everything I had to keep from falling off, and accidentally figured out how to steer the mosquito. The only problem was, I had no idea how to make it stop. The little guys had no choice but to use brute force to stop me. When I finally came to, I saw that the princess was in serious danger. I rushed over to help her, but my weapon got smashed instantly. Thinking fast, I pulled out the sacred sword and whacked the enemy with all my strength, sending him flying. Absolutely nobody could stand a single hit from the sacred sword. I easily defeated all the enemies. To thank me, the king revealed the location of the Demon King's lair and ordered the princess and prince to come with me to rescue my grandpa. When we stepped out of the tiny kingdom, I was shocked to find that the outside world was actually the backyard of my own house. Right in front of us, a giant centipede blocked our path. The princess agilely sliced off its antennae, but accidentally made the giant bug completely furious. We rolled down into a corner and barely managed to escape the danger. After that, we successfully boarded a flying ship to head to the Demon King's lair. But the moment we arrived, the Demon King caught us red-handed and threw us straight into a dungeon cell. Luckily, I found my grandpa right there in the cell. We quietly broke out of prison, and as soon as we stepped outside, we spotted my toy car. I jumped into the toy car, stepped on the gas, and drove us all successfully back to the tiny kingdom. Finally, the princess pushed me back toward the device, and I finally changed back into my normal human form.